The moment the two eyes locked on screen, okay, we knew there was magic. For a while there, I thought she was really British. And a lot of people thought so as well. Yeah, that's what I surmised there. I need another rom-com with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. And then my second thought was, why am I not sitting opposite Tom Blythe in New Orleans eating beignets? Hi, welcome back to Book Bree and Novel Nest. I'm Bree, and today we're gonna talk about all things rom-com. So I'm so excited to have you here. So grab your tea, your coffee, your snacks, and we're gonna jump right in. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'd be glad to have you here. What today's video is about, how do we have the brilliant rom-com formula? So this is gonna be good. I was thinking about the idea for this video here, and I was thinking, right now, they are filming for People We Meet on Vacation with Emily Bader from My Lady Jane and Tom Blythe from the Hunger Games, the Songbirds, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'll get it one day. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now I was thinking to myself, the first thing I thought of was, Emily Henry books usually have like a little bit of rom-com, a little bit of rom drama, and I'm thinking they're gonna play it up for a rom-com. And then my second thought was, why am I not sitting opposite Tom Blythe in New Orleans eating beignets?
Can you maybe just admit that some part of you doesn't want everything in your life to be a fantasy?
Really? Let's think for a second. It could be me, you know?
Maybe.
Let me have my Princess Tiana Delulu moment, okay? You know, that could be a possibility. Maybe in the future. I don't know.
Oh, no, honey, I'm sorry.
Delulu mode off, we're back. And it got me thinking about, you know, how this rom-com resurgence is back. Anyone But You, and Nobody Wants This, I think. I was thinking, these are like okay rom-coms, like they're pretty good, but what about the ones that really stand out? And then I had to go all the way back, okay, did some research. Most notably, you know, if you go back to 1934 with It Happened One Night, which was suggested by my sister to watch, and I was like, do I really want to watch it? When we had a movie night one night with my mom, my sister, and she's like, okay, we're gonna watch it, you're gonna love it. When I tell you I fell in love with that movie, with Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert, the chemistry was off the charts. I can see why it won all those Academy Awards. Like, they knew what they were doing, okay? And then I love Audrey Hepburn, so like later on, 1953, with Roman Holiday, with Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck, the costume design on that movie was outstanding, outstanding. Most of the rom-coms I fell in love with are from the 80s and the 90s. And y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say rom-com, what first comes to mind? Even if you haven't seen it. Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, you have to go with me on this. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. When Harry Met Sally. The styling of that movie, the script, the chemistry. The chemistry was impeccable. And then you have like great comedies from that time in the 80s of Coming to America, great comedy with Eddie Murphy, like all these great movies. Not only just in the 80s, and then also in the 90s, we had like While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock, and I forgot the other guy's name, Bill Pullman? Hopefully you got that right. Phenomenal, phenomenal chemistry. Then we had things like Bridget Jones' Diary. Okay, Renee, give it up to Renee with the British accent, okay? For a while there, I thought she was really British. And a lot of people thought so as well. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, The Wedding Planner, She's the Man. Channing Tatum and Amanda Bynes, if you weren't there for that moment, you can still watch it now, and it's still rom-com iconic. It's rom-com iconic, Enchanted. That's how you know, that's how you know. I'm listening to that still in the car to this day, okay, to this day. 13 Going on 30, Just Right with Queen Latifah and Common, okay? The basketball of it all, like, just so much fun, okay? So much fun was to be had with these movies. Crazy Rich Asians, the whole cast, beautiful. phenomenal, excellent. It was a moment. It was a moment. Leave in the comments down below what rom-coms have your heart and you love them and watch them like all the time. Also, maybe some recommendations, because maybe I haven't seen some of them. All these movies have something in common. So I came up with the brilliant rom-com formula. Something that all these iconic movies have in common. Number one, a strong script. If there is a weak script and you have the feeling that really no one wants to be there and they're like, I'm just coming here for my check, then the audience is not going to be invested with that.
And it's a possibility from all the information that I've read on the internet.
It's better if everybody goes into the project knowing they're going to be well paid. Okay, first of all, well paid, but also the excitement about the project. And that starts with a good script. Okay, it doesn't have to be like the best script of all time, but it has to be strong. Number two, good actors with great chemistry. Does that mean we always need like Academy Award winning actors to do rom-coms? No, but if they like to, that'd be great. But these actors could, maybe they're getting their start. Like with Lana Condor and Noah Centineo. I didn't know much about them, but they had great chemistry on screen.
I guess I'm her boyfriend.
With that great chemistry, it's making the story more real and relatable and believable to you. Think about this is not a rom-com, but I want you to think about if you've seen Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock in Speed.
As I live and breathe.
The chemistry those two had, because number one, the respect and the friendship that they had, offset, but still, okay, this was just, the moment the two eyes locked on screen, okay, we knew there was magic. The sparks were flying. I mean, there were sparks flying because it's an action movie, but the sparks were flying. I need another rom-com, I think. Yeah, that's what I surmised there. I need another rom-com with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. Another action movie. Their chemistry is great. We gotta continue that.
She's got a point.
If you have actors, they could be excellent actors, but they have no chemistry, that film's not doing well. Not well at all. If they don't have the passion that for the chemistry for the characters, it's gonna be cold. It's going to be freezing, okay? I'm talking about in the negatives. I'm talking about Chicago cold. Number three. Here's number three. An original score. I love movie soundtracks. And music can bring together a movie of emotion and heartfelt moments, scary moments.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh.
He'll be fine.
But the nice thing about an original score is it's intrinsic to the story, it's intrinsic to the characters. And most of the time, they're composing a score for the movie, then it's gonna have these motifs. My music knowledge up here, okay, motifs. And I'm gonna use Google to remember the definition. A musical motif is a short succession of notes producing a single impression. When you think of Princess Diaries, and you think of the music, why?
I want to start over.
I'm not doing it justice, but I'm trying.
I want to be a baby.
That was horrible. But you get what I'm saying. I'm trying my best here. I have allergies, okay? So when you're thinking about, especially for rom-coms, and you're building this romance that's just trying to be believable to people, and you hear that musical score that's for them, maybe it's in their meet cute and you hear it in the back, and you're like, okay, and it starts to continue to build and build until it gets to the very end of the story. When you do put in songs, either a really famous song or a not as well-known artist to the soundtrack, it really stands out. So, at the end of the day, music is very important. Number four, diverse storytelling. Usually within the structure of rom-coms, we have two people falling in love, which is great. But we want to see more diversity in the backgrounds, in cultures, in religions, etc. kind of opening up the world to rom-coms, and it's good to have diversity of these stories and broaden the scope of what rom-coms can be, and that they're just not stuck into one lane of storytelling. Number 5, character development. This is so important. With every story, we have different character arcs and, you know, the character journey that they go on. Not only for the main character, but for the supporting characters as well. If you have a film where you have main characters and the whole plot is just, they fall in love, they find love. We don't really know much about their background, where they come from. No. The family members, friends, not really. They just fall in love. For example, okay, especially because the holiday movies are coming up. If Holly, okay, is just wanting to fall in love and that's it, what kind of story is that? Maybe Holly is a photojournalist. Maybe Holly runs her own business. Maybe Holly is a scientist. I don't know. Put the character on a journey, a path, and have background and dimension. We love a love story, but if it's lacking and it's just the love story, give us something. Because right now you're giving us nothing.
It's a lot. Everything in my life is a hot mess right now.
And even your supporting characters. Because if it just looks like they're there just to be like, oh, okay, good luck on your love, and we're here to support at any time. And then they're just kind of frozen. And if you get the WandaVision reference to that, they're just like frozen in time. If you know, you know. That's not good. That's not good. It's not gonna be a good movie. It's gonna be bland. It's gonna be blah, blah. Number 6, the jokes have to land. Why? Because it's called a rom-com. We've signed up for a comedy with romance, or romance with comedy. Either way, it's a rom-com. If you're watching the trailer and they're trying to sell you on the joke, they're like, haha, that's gonna be so funny, and you're not laughing.
We all laugh so very much.
We got a problem. Well, not everyone's going to laugh at the same joke. But if it's consistently across the board of just bad jokes, it's not gonna be funny. I'm not gonna relate to it, and it's a no from me. I'm clicking off the movie. I'm like, I'm out. I'm walking out of the theater. I'm like, I don't want this. I'm gonna take my icy and go, because this ain't it.
I don't care, but I do care.
Number 7, real everyday conflict with a little hint of fantasy. Because in every story, there has to be some type of movie magic, okay? Not everything that you see in your rom-com is going to be directly what we see in reality. But in every story, there has to be something that ties back to reality. It has to have that real everyday conflict so you can relate with the story. If everything is fantastical, everything, no, we're not gonna buy it at all. And then we're out. And now we have number 8, which is a heartfelt atmosphere. When you're watching a rom-com, it should feel like you have like a cup of hot cocoa, warm hot cocoa or tea. It doesn't matter what season. That it just feels very warm and cozy and heartfelt. It's talking about themes of love, friendship love, family love. Like, it has to do something within that realm. If that's lacking, okay, when you don't have that atmosphere, it's gonna be very cold and distant. We don't wanna watch it. And we're like, why are we here? I wanna be part of this experience. And if it's not, that's a no for me. Number 9, the lighting, the cinematography, the editing, the props, okay? This all has to do with the heartfelt atmosphere. If you're not putting details, okay, for your main character, about their room and what they like, you know, these are all things to make the film more real and relatable. It's not just like the director and the producer. Everybody's a part of this film. So you need to talk to your crew, okay? From the people holding up the mics to the people, everybody. Everyone is a part of this process, and cast and crew, okay? Respect the crew. Number 10, great costume design. This is very important because it's intrinsic to the character and their style and the way they express themselves. If this is just put at the wayside, this could either be very distracting for the audience or they're not connecting as well. Putting effort in that and making sure you're talking with your costume design team about all these things and being invested. The costume design detail for When Harry Met Sally. Those sweaters, the whole thing, and Billy Crystal's iconic sweater, we would not have those moments without the costume design team. Or if you're just working with a smaller budget on a smaller film for a rom-com, maybe you're finding things and you're searching for things. Maybe you're going to different thrift stores, things that are going to make the movie shine. Shine, that's what we're looking for. Number 11, if it's not whimsical, I don't want it. And if it's just like, oh, I guess we're here and I'm gonna meet you and hi, hello, and yeah, we fall in love. We don't know the reason why we're falling in love, but we're falling in love. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is escapism. And it's fun to see these worlds and the storytelling that people worked hard to put together. We came here to see something that is fun and entertaining. It's gonna make us laugh. It's gonna make us cry. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free in the comments to let me know what kind of rom-coms do you like in books or in movies. I'd be glad to talk to you. I hope you have a comfy and cozy rest of your day. Bye.